Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bridget, also known as Florida Woman Flipper. Thanks for joining me. This week we're going to do something a little different. I'm basically going to give you a week in the life of a reseller, or at least this reseller, giving you a glimpse in a little bit of everything I did this week. For those of you that didn't see my last video, last weekend we did a 3-day yard sale, and I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. But as coming off of the yard sale weekend, I didn't have time to pretty much do anything else, so I wasn't posting new listings up to eBay. And for the several days before that, I wasn't either because I was preparing for the yard sale. So my listings have been very low. So it wasn't a bad week with eBay, but it would have been a lot better if I listed. As you know, listing means sales. Okay, so this week I'm going to share with you some highlights of my week and some of the things that we did. So I will also be sharing with you what sold over this weekend. And I'll also show you some yard sale video. Yes, I went sourcing. I'm supposed to be working off my hoard or my death pile. But, it was my birthday this week. So it was like, I can if I want to. And that's what I did. So I did what I wanted to because I could. And so also, I'll give you an update on the shed and we'll take you out back and see what's going on there. And then also some other tidbits about the week. So anyway, it was a very hectic week. I also had several insurance appointments because I also do that. And they happened to be in Boca Raton.
Do you know what the history of the name Boca Raton is?
No, I don't. Please share.
The literal translation of Boca Raton is rat's mouth. Because when the
Okay.
Spanish sailors came here, the inlet to what is essentially Lake Boca Raton, coming off the ocean, was full of jagged rocks, and they said it was like the teeth of rats chewing at their ships. So it got named Boca Raton for rat's mouth.
Okay. Thanks for clarifying because my mind was kind of going a different direction with that. No need to say more. I love those Boca people. Anyway, a lot of my clients, a good chunk of them, live in Boca Raton.
Man, can these folks drive any slower?
It's Boca.
What do you think the median age is in Boca?
I'm going to say 65.
Bet you it's older than that.
It's giving them a little leniency.
But from here where we live, it's quite a commute. It's a good hour each way. And it's even longer when you try to come home and there's people going down the one-way street the wrong way. You are an idiot. This is a big idiot. Big idiot. People are honking. Now people are trying to wedge in between, creating a cluster. You know what? Anyway, let's go check out the shed. Hi guys, let's check out the shed. Florida Man's been working in here and even I haven't seen the latest update, so come on. Ooh, nice. Looking good in here. I got my new desk. Beautiful. It's nice and high. I got my new chair from my birthday. Thanks, Joshua. I love it. Thanks, Florida Man, for putting it together. Here I am working on my computer. So this is going to be where I actually ship from every day. So the idea is when we're completely done, we bring all the inventory in here. I grab my sales and I pack them up and I print my shipping labels on my Zebra, which I like the Zebra. I have another one. I buy them used on eBay. And then we are off to the post office. On Saturday, I wanted to go see Dune 2 for my birthday with Florida Man at iPic in Delray Beach. I don't know if you guys have iPics, but iPics are like super fancy movie theaters where they come and take your order for food. And they have real food like meals or your snacks or your drinks or your cocktails, whatever you want. You have a waiter or waitress that comes to your little they have like 2 seats, and then they kind of have like walls, and they give you blankets and pillows, and so you're like in this private little world with your own waiter that's serving you your delicious treats. Of course you pay to play, but it's super fun. And it was the first time that John had been there. He's not a movie person like I am. But yeah, if you have iPic near you, you should check it out because they're super nice. And they have super fancy restrooms. And I'm very into appreciating really good restrooms right now because we had a recent trip to Italy. They don't have really nice restrooms or toilets or no. So it's like I'm in awareness mode of the beautiful beautiful restrooms and bathrooms that we have here in the United States. Anyway, okay, so let's talk about that was Saturday. We went to iPic, but before we went to iPic and saw Dune 2, which is really good. You guys gotta see it. It's really good. Long though, very long. I went yard selling. I went yard selling because it's my birthday and I wanted to go. And I was wearing my GoPro camera and I.
Are you doing YouTube?
Yeah,
Are you really?
yeah.
What's the name of your channel?
Florida Woman Flipper.
Florida Woman Flipper?
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about doing it. Got the whole garage full of eBay and Mercari.
Oh, you do eBay?
eBay and Mercari.
Uh-huh.
I'm thinking about doing Whatnot.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so I'm going to share with you a few of the things that I picked up in the yard sale. I picked up about, I don't know, 15 to 18 things. I'm not going to show all of them to you today just because I want to show you what sold this weekend. And but let me give you an overview. So this is from what show, honey?
Despicable Me.
Despicable Me, the little girl. She's so cute.
All the clothes or the toys are $1.
Okay. So I got her for $1. I think she'll go for about 15 just because of her cuteness factor. And then I got these shoes. They're Cole Haan. This is a Bolo, guys. If you find this brand out there, they're good shoes. They make both men's and women's shoes. These are like brand new. $3. I'm thinking 40, maybe up to 50 because they're in such great shape. And then I got this whole bin with the bin of cars from Disney's Cars movie, and just all different sizes and cars, and they're so cute. So I'll probably sell them all as a lot, either on auction or come up with a buy it now price. But I thought they looked really fun, and it was getting late in the morning, and the lady was just setting up her table. Just put these up, and I snagged them right away. So I don't do tons of toys, but you know, because you don't see them really at our Goodwills here, the toys. So to get toys and get fun toys, you pretty much have to get them at a yard sale. Then I got this awesome picture. This is by Hall Westinghouse, made in USA, vintage. The originally it would have had a lid, but it seems like they sell very well with or without the lid. Cobalt blue is the color to find. Came in other colors, so I got lucky. I paid $5, and it should sell even without the lid because there's no damage to it for about can't really see the bottom, guys, because it's blurry. Took me a minute to figure it out myself. But yeah, it should sell even without the lid for $40. That's pretty good. I paid $5. Did I say that? Can't remember. And then I got this other same lady, this cute little picture. See, the handle's a doggy, and it's a hunt scene. And I keep forgetting. This is Wedgwood. Thank you. And these are, you'll see them on eBay really high, like $100 plus. But when you look at sold, they're more around 30. But I'm gonna try like Etsy and stuff and see if I can get a little bit more. I paid $5 for that one. And then I think the last thing I'm gonna show you is this blanket. I'm kind of gonna show you. I'm not unfolding the whole thing. It is Notre Dame. Super soft and fuzzy. It's two-sided. So it doesn't matter which way it goes. I do really well with these blankets. Here's the brand. I've sold these before. I got this for $1, guys, and I'm pretty sure I can get $40 for this easily because I have sold other blankets for $40, other football teams. And of course, Notre Dame is, you know, a really great find. And I bought some other stuff. I mean, nothing, I didn't get anything crazy good, but I had a good time. I was chatting with people. I met some other resellers. How much is this?
I sell it for $4.
4? How much for the belt?
Drone is 100.
How much for the belt
Regular
buckle?
2, brand new one. I never got the. I flew it and it ran into me, man, and chopped me up. I put it back in the box.
You should see the silver rings I made.
Them are sterling.
Huh?
Stainless. Them are stainless.
Yeah.
How much are the belt buckles?
Belt buckle, $5. That's real leather too. That's good. That's a good deal on this. You see the price on this. One on here, but I'll tell you, that's a good deal for $4. I'm just giving it. You're getting rid of it. Hey, where's my skull buckle? The big silver one.
In my hand.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
You know how much that is?
You told me $5.
Not on that buckle. No, this here. I told you.
I mean, I asked you how much the belt buckles were.
Oh no, you showed me this here.
No, I did this first, then I asked you.
No,
that.
I didn't even see this. This is a very expensive buckle.
Okay, how much are the belt buckles?
That's $50. That's from Daytona, man. I paid that for that. It's got a secret compartment on the back.
Okay, you must have misunderstood.
Yeah. You held that up, and I didn't even see
No,
this.
I did. I
I
asked
thought
you
somebody
about.
stole that.
No,
I was
that's
just
okay.
saying,
I
oh,
asked
my
you about
God.
the belt buckles after this.
No, I should get $100 for that.
Oh,
buckle.
okay.
That's the only one I got like that. You'll never see one like that.
No, I believe you. I don't know
I
anything
paid
about
50
them.
for that in Daytona, and really, when my granddaughter went to cheerleading
Yeah.
competition up there,
Yeah.
and I'm walking the strip up there,
Yeah.
and I went in the tattoo parlor there,
Yeah.
and it was in there, and I bought it because I'm a leather man, and I just bought it to resell it.
You really like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Met just some, great people. I had a good time. I really did, but I didn't get the greatest of footage, but I had a good time. Let's talk about what sold. As of now, this is what I have for the weekend. So I have a pair of Nike vintage shorts that I sent out an offer to, and they sold for $10. And then the next item was this giant Laurel Birch Cat's plate, ceramic plate. It's really huge. It's about this big. And it's just a decorative plate to put out, and ceramic. It's vintage also. I got that at a Goodwill. I get 25% off at Goodwill. And then I've got this NFL St. Louis Rams, just a cinch bag backpack. It came in a lot of other things. So I'm probably, I don't know what I'm into it. I bought some purses, and it was in there with the purses. So I posted it, and I took an offer of $7 because I've had it out there for like 4 or 5 months, and it's just a cinch bag, but it was cute. So I posted it. And then the next thing that sold was a porcelain lusterware floral vase from Russia. Um, it's pretty. It wasn't worth a lot. I got that at Goodwill. Also, I probably paid about $4 for it, and it sold for 15, so it wasn't that great. I took an offer for 15. And the next item is this giant Hello Kitty plush. It's like this big, guys. And I got that at a thrift shop also. I paid somewhere around $4 for it, and it sold for 29. I also took an offer on that because I'd had it out. It's so huge, takes up so much room, and I've had it out there for not that long, maybe like only 2 months. But you know what? When it's big, you're like so happy when it sells. It doesn't matter what you paid. It's just like out of something about it, you're like, oh, it's big and it's leaving my house. It just makes me happy. The next item is a pair of floral shorts from H&M, which you know is like a junior's store at the mall. So nothing there is worth really anything. And I used to do mainly clothes. This is leftover from way back then. I sold them for $11.20. That brings us to the next item, which is just this t-shirt, which I'm sure came from one of those bales too, because I would never buy it or acquire it any other way. So it's just a t-shirt, a purple t-shirt. I took an offer. It sold for $8. And I've had it quite a while. I mean, some of this stuff has been out there for a couple years because, you know, I'd had so many clothing items, and if they're not a brand name, it's just somebody wanting an inexpensive shirt of that color or shorts like that. Oops. Okay, the next item is a circus elephant on it's like a figurine. It's signed and dated, and it's on a piece of marble. And these are collectible. They're made by the collection is called Ron Lee Circus. And I took a best offer on this. I've had it listed since fall or early winter, and it sold for $58. And I bought this for somewhere in the neighborhood of $4. So that was a really good one. And then the next one is some Brooks Ghost men's running shoes, size 13. I just listed these not very long ago, maybe a couple of weeks at the most. And I bought them at Goodwill. And I usually pay $9.99 less than 25%. So that's like $7.50, right? $7.50, and they sold for $50. So that's pretty good. The next item is a Rolex hat from the 2023 Pebble Beach Concours. Oh, who was there? Oh, I was there. And yes, sometimes we acquisition some good event giveaways or gifts, or thank you for coming to our event type things. And this was one of them. And it's a Rolls Royce.
That's a Rolex.
A Rolex, excuse me.
They were the sponsor of the tour.
Yes, it's a Rolex hat, and they didn't even send me an offer. They paid the $120. I sold one last year too, from the year before.
For a baseball cap.
Yes, for a baseball cap. And then the next item is a Philosophy dress, sold for $13. I sent out an offer. She took it. That is probably from those bales because it's a couple of years old. It might have been something. Sometimes I would source dresses from thrift shops. So I may have, but I wouldn't know what I would have paid, but probably around $4 if I did pay for it. Then the next item is these bongo shoes. They're sandals. They sold for $18.39 just on my sale. I'm running a 20% off sale on my eBay site right now. And I paid probably $3 to $4 for those. That's usually what I pay for sandals. They were picked up at a thrift shop. and they've been on there since last summer. They didn't sell last summer, so finally they sold. And then the next item is a Coral Bay woman's t-shirt embellished with some fish, sold for $8. I took a best offer. That's probably from the bales from a couple years ago. I still have a lot of clothes but you know what? People think like, well, why don't you just pull all those clothes? But I sell so many of them every week that I'm like, they're already listed. So I just let it come in. Anyway, then the next item is some KIG pastel pressed glass bowls, vintage. They're really cute. They're like pink and green and orange, and they have a pretty pattern. There was 5 when I was checking out. I got them from a thrift shop. The lady dropped one. But I paid $1 a piece for them, $4, because I only ended up coming home with 4, and they sold for 23. And then I have this vintage Maitland Smith tessellated stone and brass jewelry box. And I've had this in my death pile, my hoard, for who knows how long. And I only paid $4.50 for it. I remember buying it at the thrift shop back then because it felt like really good quality, and I knew it was older, but I never really looked it up. It was just I had a gut feeling. And when I went to finally go and post it, I was so excited because this is a very simple one, and they make them in simple and ornate, and some of the more ornate ones go for $400-$500. But I sold this within days of posting it, even though it sat out in my death pile hoard for who knows how long. I sold it for $111. So I took it off, put it out for $150. I took an offer. I was like, let it go. Oh, that Maitland Smith box, that is definitely a bolo. It's something that is going to slip through at the thrift shops. They're not going to catch it as something that's high end, like a lot of the stuff that is hard to get at thrift shops these days because they know what it is. And those are the best finds. And speaking of that, this week when I was listing some items from my hoard, from my death pile, speaking of which, this week when I was listing some items from my death pile or my hoard, I came across an item that I had bought at Goodwill for $4. It's this wooden vase, handmade, vintage, hole at the top, signed. You can't see it that well, but the maker of this, his name is La Montagne. But he's very well known. His vases go anywhere from north of 100 up to $300 and $400. And I'm telling you, I found this at my Goodwill that's close to my house. And my Goodwill by my house is very tiny. The shelves are very sparse. It doesn't have much there, but it's not the first time that I found something there that was very low dollar and worth a lot. This hasn't sold yet. I just listed it. But it's funny, when I went yard selling this weekend and I met somebody that was a reseller like me, I asked him, where does he shop? And he tells, I've heard this before too, that, oh, I don't shop at thrift shops at all because you can't find anything anymore. There's no good deals. I'm telling you, maybe the good deals that used to be there are not there anymore. The game systems, the games, whatever, the action figures, they're not there. True, they're not there anymore. The jewelry, it's not there anymore. But there's things there. You just have to, get to know your eye for what they're missing and what's going on the shelves, because there's money there. It's just different than what it used to be. And maybe more, far few between, but this was a great find, and I know it will sell probably quickly because it has even though it was actually made in the 1980s, it has that mid-century look that people are using, that kind of decor in their homes today. So they'll like it either for decor for the home, or for the artist itself, or for just the look of having a piece of high-end art in their house. I did make sales on Poshmark, Mercari, and Etsy this weekend. I was just wanted to do just a little highlight because this is real. This video is really about just kind of an overview of my week. So in the future, we'll do a deep dive into what sold. But I also made a sale on Facebook Marketplace. So if you saw the yard sale video, there will be a link in the description to last week's video. But one of the items we had out there was some patio furniture that we had at the yard sale. We had it marked for $200, a 3-piece set, and it didn't sell. Somebody had offered $150, and Florida Man asked me if I wanted to sell it. I'm like, no, it's too nice. It's in very good condition. It hadn't been outdoors, and they still sell it today at Rooms to Go. The whole set the whole set is like $1,200 or something. So I was like, no. I said, I can sell it on Facebook Marketplace for more. And he goes, you better get it listed right away then. So I did, and I didn't tell him what I listed it for. So I listed it at $350. I had like 150 people respond like within 2 days, and multiples of people offering me $300. So the first person that actually came out here gave me the money, went home with it for $300. So I'm certainly glad we didn't sell for $150 at the yard sale. So that's gone too. So, yeah, that's pretty much a wrap. So please make a comment below and like the video. And most importantly, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe, and I will see you next week.